Hi and welcome back to Studio Tamera, the Mystical Paintress. Today, it's a beautiful day in April. It's April 13th, and we are going to go in the woods in Michigan and paint some Coltsfoot, which is the first wildflower to come up, and it's already starting to seed out. So let's go have some fun. Down by the water here, you'll notice early signs of spring. We have skunk cabbage. So I found the Coltsfoot, but it has mostly seeded out. Usually it's yellow like a dandelion. So as you can see, I've got the Soltech set up here, right along the edge of this little beautiful swampy area. The Coltsfoot, wild Coltsfoot's right below me. Let's get started. When you have a tiny board, it's not going to fit on the Soltech like your other board. So put a little stick in front of it. Actually, I want it to go this way. Sandhill cranes! Okay. Oh. Let's light a little incense to keep the bugs away and to make it smell lovely. So there's our little baby Coltsfoot, wildflower here in Michigan that obviously likes to grow by the marshes. Sandhill crane. Here's my plein air palette. And I'm going to just take a little black. Sounds like they're coming. Wouldn't that be cool if the sandhills walked up on us? So you just darken in your shapes. I added a little burnt sienna here because the leaves and so stuff underneath kind of have that burnt sienna color to them. But negative painting is when you're painting stuff that's around something. And this is really fun, I think, to do with flowers because you can capture the outer pattern of the flowers just with a couple. There they are, see them? Wow. We're having problems with the stick. It doesn't want to stay. It's got to stay. Stick, you must stir. These little paintings of the wild world around me are very special because I'm recording my world. I'm recording the little plant spirits that pop up and in my own backyard. And in the winter when it's cold and awful, it's so nice to see these little paintings and remember the beautiful color and vibrancy and joy and life that was out in the spring. The key to this stage is keeping your paint diluted with the terp, painting very thin. That's the key to this stage. So also broken color. Add a little brown, add a little blue. Right now your color doesn't really matter as much because as long as you get the values right and the drawing right, the color is not even important at this stage. Actually, I think that's kind of a thing with all painting all the time. If you get your values and everything right, and your drawing, it's going to look right. Okay, we got one more sticking up from the top here. See, look at that guy right there. Love it. Okay. So this guy is like way up here, isn't he? Too bad I couldn't catch these when they were blooming. And they were beautiful, vibrant cadmium yellows. I meant to get down here and paint. And yesterday when I was walking the dog, I noticed, oh, these are seeding out already. So, whoops. Uh-oh. Okay, so I think we've got it pretty much blocked in. Our little Coltsfoot. I'm using my MacGyver stick here to hold this tiny board because I forgot my little insert. But yeah, it's beautiful. Look at the wind blowing like it's dancing. Being out in nature and painting, you get this phenomenal connection. It's just wonderful. When you really study this little Coltsfoot, you notice the stems are lighter ochre and green. The flowers are yellow, but when they dry, they turn kind of white. So, always remember to dress in layers. That way, if it gets too hot, you could throw your vest or your jacket down and go ahead and paint. I'm using the same brush the whole time, and I'm mixing a little bit of green and maples, kind of get that little punchy spring color. I might need to add just a little cad yellow. Okay, and the reason I'm doing this is I'm gonna come up here and just touch. So I need it a little darker, I think. Which means I'm gonna add blue. I'm just suggesting what I see. If the paint doesn't want to move, I add a little turp. But I just look down and I suggest what I see. I suggest. So you got to constantly look at your reference. Whatever you're painting, look at it all the time. Don't let your mind make up what's there, or it's not going to look like what's there. Okay. So that's all we did. We suggested a couple greens. I think all I want to do really is put on some little hint of yellow and some white. So we're gonna, I think, need a new brush. Decided to go with a smaller brush. Compared to my finger, gives you an idea. Just a little brush, any brush will do. And mix some yellow. Now in nature, most things, especially being hit with sun and atmosphere, are broken color, meaning a mix. So the darkest gold on this guy is right there. All right. Right there. See how you do that? And you just suggest it. So all we're going to do is suggest it. The inside of this one has some little flecks. After careful observation, I'm noticing the stems almost have a little bit of pink in them. So I'm going to add a little pink, very little. Oh shit, that might be too much. I don't want it to pull you away from the painting. I just want to paint what's there. Just a little pink. That's even too much. Just a very little. These are almost like succulents. They're very cool. Very unique plant. I love them. Super cool. All right, so this guy's pink. So don't worry about it if you make strokes like that are too dark. Or too thick, sorry. Just come in with your bigger brush and then you can fix that, see? You don't want a solid color though, again. Keep it broken. A little brown. There, see, now it looks real. There's movement and life in there. Even got my little oak leaf. When I do the flowers, I'm mixing some white with a little cad yellow light, and I'm just going to suggest. If you try to paint every... Ooh, what is that on my brush? Okay. If you try to paint every single little thing you see, it's not going to look real. So you just kind of suggest it. We have a little toad joined us. Hear him chirping? Frog, sorry. Okay, then this one has a little bit of... You kind of want to try the best you can to get the shape. I may have to make this flower slightly smaller. But one way also to give the illusion of if you want a couple little suggestive points in there is just use the end of your brush. And you come in with your darks and just look at the reference. Paint what you see. This guy lost some of his flowers. Study your reference. And then put in your color. Yeah, we're starting to get there. So we're gonna put couple things here and there. Just take and put a little. No, we don't want to lose our freshness and our life in this. So just gonna add a little green here and a little bit here and there. And there we have it. There's our beautiful little seeding coltsfoot that is growing right here. And it is now eternally painted, immortalized. And my little coltsfoot painting is done. This lovely morning out here in nature with the birds and the frogs and connecting to my little coltsfoot. Thank you for watching my show. Here's my little mini Coltsfoot painting. I may make a bigger studio painting later, or I may just leave it a cute little thing and put it up somewhere special. I like how this turned out. It's so sweet. Thank you for joining me today. If you like my show, please hit like and subscribe. It's free. And thank you to all my Patreon followers. Thank you to all my current subscribers. Have a wonderful day and paint on, everybody.